Okay, hi everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend. I sure did. So, today we're gonna have a shorter stream because, well, I want to watch the E3 thing at 8. So, but I feel like we'll be able to get a lot done until then. Let me turn... Oh no, it's pretty good. It's just the music a little bit. Okay, so I think last time I stopped right here where I need to have the server cache all these battle generation messages so I can send it back. Okay, so okay, I'm just getting my thoughts together. And this is on the server, okay. So I guess first of all we need to subscribe. Okay, so server register handler, and it would be client battle generation check, and then on check submit. Let's move this down. I guess down here. Okay, so we would accept this message at any time as long as we're not in the lobby phase. So if main phase state does not equal, this doesn't work like that. Server phase. Yeah, lobby. Okay, so we need the callback to set server ready. So I guess I'll grab this. I'm gonna grab this as well. Oh, I guess I already have it. Did I? Okay, I just didn't set it yet. And then we should create this while I'm here. Alright, and I need to prepend that with int to cast it correctly. Okay, so the other thing... Where's the ready check? That's not it. Common ready check. Where's the one that... There's some class that like takes care of all the ready checks for me. Accept phase. Okay, it's the lobby. Okay, well I know one way to find it. Let's see. Final reference is this and see where it is. Okay, so it's a simple play ready check manager. But it's not just the play now, so let's go ahead and rename that. Okay. Does it? Or does it only do for play phases? I thought that... Let's see. Okay, so I don't... Alright. So this was correct before. Which I could have sworn that I had updated this for everything, but I guess it's fine that it stays separate. Okay. It's been the weekend, so... Okay, so yeah, we have this separate ready check, and we need... This actually changes now. In fact, to make it easy, whenever this loading phase changes, we can change to the server ready default. Okay, so yeah, we have the loading phase here. So on load phase change, and the only thing we'll do here is ready check helper server ready default equals loading phase state. Maybe we should do a switch. Oh. It's not going to help me out because it doesn't like this error right here. Okay, so case. So the only one that we actually care about receiving other messages is this check map phase, I think. Oh, well, no, it would be the generate map because we would wait for the client to send us its generation before we move on. So here, server ready default equals false. I guess this we could just say default. Helper equals true, and pretty much anytime we'd want to clear this. So just to be safe. So this advances the state. Okay, so now on check submit. Okay, so first we need to add the message into this received. So option message. Equals net message dot read message. Oh yeah, we also should check to make sure that we actually care about this connection ID, whatever it is. So net connection ID equals net message connection. So if connections dot is validated connection. Okay, and then here if message does not equal null. Finally we can add it into the received. And we want to put it for the client, not the connection ID. So it would be client ID equals connections dot get client for connection. Equals message. And then okay, so we don't actually use this set server ready because we have direct link to the ready check helper. So still need that. So if loading phase state equals ent server loading phase. Okay, so if we're in the generate map phase, then we want to set the ready check that, or tell the ready check that we're ready. So set server ready, client ID true. Okay, I guess how we can do this. Okay, so that this returns true if all the clients are ready now. In that case, we'd want to move on to send ready. Okay, and how I'll do this is that if the get wanted type is generate map. Oh, I don't even use the wanted type. I do down here. It doesn't. It's fine for this. Okay, so yeah, if it's generate map, then we need to so actually, let me see. Whenever we receive this client, we need to like rebuild this generated message. But if we're going to do that, we don't really need to have this separate received function, I don't think, or received hash. Okay, so how do I want to do this? So rebuild. Gen check. Reply. And so I can just do that here. So let's look again and see what's here. So it has an, oh yeah, so it's an array of client IDs, and then the messages for that client ID are like, if this array was 1, 2, 3, then the messages from clients 1, 2, and 3 would be in that order. Because unfortunately, we can't just send a dictionary over the network, which would be the easiest thing to do. So let's see. We can use the same code from here. So yeah, combine all actions. I wonder if there's a way I could take this code and put it into like a helper function. Let's see. What should I call this? How about separate dictionary? Is that the right word for it? Oh, I spelled that wrong. I think I'll just go with this. This will be a static class. So basically we'll have a public static turn nothing do, and then I'll give it some type, and it'll be a dictionary of int type, and then it'll give you clients and oops, I did that backwards, but messages. It'd be easy to do 2 generic types, but this is how the server will need it, so. And then I can copy this code now. And that way I won't have to like copy and paste this code all the time. So dictionary count, and then that's good. Okay, so one other thing I need to do is send this connections as well. Connections. Okay, what do I call it? It's not connections, is it? Okay, so if the dictionary contains a key. Oh yeah, and this should be an array of type T. Okay, let's call this. Actually, we're just. Oops, it's gonna be mad at me if I do that. If I really wanted, I could even have it be able to reuse these arrays, but. So let's just call this client array and then message array. Okay, and that's all we have to do there, and then I can just type separate dictionary. Okay, then this is an actionless message type. So connections, and then received, and then out client IDs, or out message dot client IDs, and out message dot actions. Oh, except I think I forgot. You had to put the out keyword right here. And if you've never seen this before, that just means that you're going to pass the reference so that when it creates this new client, or this new object here, that will also be saved at this address for this variable. So now I don't do that. And then I also don't do this whole part. So let's copy and paste this to the other similar pieces of code. And this is almost exactly the same. And the status message I think has this as well. Except it's a little different. It's in return status message type. And what is? Okay, I guess I just call it statuses. That's fine. I think that's everything that does something similar. Okay, so loading phase manager back to this. So gen check message equals new, and then we just call that. Oops. Don't have this code in the clipboard anymore. And this is a battle generation message now. Let's see, this is messages. Okay, so that's all I have to do here. So now it's ready that whenever somebody requests that, let's see, play send. Yeah, I should probably have a separate send and request. So. And then see the client request. Generation check, and then we'll have the server side of this as well. Oh, I did this backwards, didn't I? And this should be request. Or, yeah, it's request, but I need to put it before the battle. I don't know why I did that the opposite way. Let's close everything now. Okay, so this is C. Battle, or send, battle gen check. And then we also need to register for the quest. Well, this class is like starting to get a bit bloated with a bunch of different stuff. But at the same time, it's not really confusing. So I guess I'll just keep going, but this would be a prime candidate to split up if ever need to. Check. Okay, and then on check request. Okay, and let's just move this pretty much down to the bottom. I guess I'll put it right here. Okay, so first we need to make sure it's a validated connection. And then also, yeah, we got the connection ID. But I should actually check to make sure it's in the right phase first. So it's got to not be in the lobby, and then if it's in the loading phase, it has to be past the map generation. So let's see. Cool. Valid phase equals false. So if main phase state, I guess we can do a switch. Server phase, main phase state. Okay, so if it's in the loading phase, then valid phase equals. So the only one that we would want to send this back is that the loading phase is a check map. Equals int server loading phase check map. And then we could also turn these back during play. Team build and results. So return, or we won't return, we just say valid phase equals true. Okay, so if valid phase. Then we check the connection ID. And that's all we have to do. And then we would just send the message back. Although only to this specific connection, so community link, send message, connection ID, server. What is it? Gym request. Let's see it here. Server request bottled in check. Okay, I don't know, I guess it just slipped my view. Okay, so gen check message. Okay, so I think that's all we have to do here. So did I already do this? See, set. Okay. So I guess I just did this part. I haven't done the ready checks yet. Okay, so I need to do ticking because I have to wait until the next frame to message back to the rest of the game that we sent the message. Okay, so private message. I don't need to send anything else. So message sent. Close controller. Components get or register. Okay, so map gen comps. Okay, so I guess this would be battle gen info sent. Alright, and then here we gotta register for this, so private tick helper. Pass it the game so it can register, and then we pass it ourselves. I set, oops, I don't want to do that. Force inactive to true. And then we've got to add it to the activatable list. Oops. Why do we want to keep typing that? So this would be tick helper active is true. Otherwise we'd set it to false. Oh, not active, it's force inactive. Okay, so that way this will be called every frame while force inactive is false and when the controller is active. Which is exactly what we want. And so when it gets to this point, we can just call the message sent event, and then it will turn itself off. Okay, so that's all we have to do here. It's a new send battle gen info. Is that really all we've done so far? Save file data gatherer. Data gatherer. I don't know why I got tongue-tied about that. So battle data creator. Oh yes, I didn't. Yeah, this is an important file I didn't create yet. Okay, so let's see. Okay, well I guess I should have this subscribe to that new message I just created. So battle gen info sent, and then on battle gen info sent. And then I'll just copy this block. And then if we're in the send generation, so here we need, before we just go right on, we need to make sure that the server is either in phase with us or not. So how we do that is if synchronizer phase so if synchronizer synced load phase is generate map, then we'd want to switch to the ready check. So the gen ready check. Otherwise we skip that. So what do? We go to request the check info. Where was I? Oh, right here. Phase state equals int. Okay, so when we play through, I think it should go here. This synced. How did I do it in the previous? So the flow manager. See, I can't do it like this really, because the sync load phase won't change until I synchronize again. So maybe instead of okay, I think how I should. We'll know that we know that we're still synchronized, because if we ever got disconnected, then we would just exit out of this loading loop entirely. So what I actually need to do is if synced main phase equals loading and synced load phase does not equal check map, because check map is a phase afterwards. So yeah, this is correct. And maybe I should change that here as well. Or in the other load phase, which has unfortunately disappeared. So this is load outside Sony. So if we're in loading and then end server load phase. Okay, so how would I do that? Okay, so let's say bool server and sync, or let's not do it. Let's say synchronized loading equals false. Okay, so if the only time there would be synchronized loading is if it's in the loading phase. Switch. Actually, the way I had it before is true, because it would only be synchronized if the sync load phase is this what is it? Load assets, because it's the first one. Yeah, so overthinking things like usual. So yeah, it's the first one. So if it was in the other two, then we know that we need to skip that. So whereas here, check map is the last one, so we know we're synchronized if it's any of the other two. So that's why it's not equal check map. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'm not confusing everybody with me. But anyway, let's play the game and see what goes on. First, I guess I'll check this while they're up. The lobby parameters is signed but not used. Yeah, but we will need it. But I guess I'll comment it out so I don't have to deal with that warning. The battle log's not used here. I guess that's true because we really... Well, if the battles are equal, then the battle log is probably equal. And the battle log is just used for a save file, so the server doesn't really care that much if it's different. Yeah, so I guess this is fine. Did I skip? I just realized. Yeah, after we set up battle, we actually need to do the the simulate actions. I skipped that phase. Okay, well I'll do that in just a second. Or maybe not, we're almost out of time already. But okay, so the client sent ready check, and the server sent map generated back. What's going on here? So the loading phase, load assets. So main phase loading. Okay, now why did I keep doing that? Because we got a timeout. Should have stopped. Let's see, where is timeout? So we server sent a timeout, but it didn't stop this. Let's see. So yeah, the client is definitely on the complete ready check. The server has either sent back the wrong type or the phase got confused somehow. This is a good chance to check out the timeout logic anyway. So let's see, debug. Unity engine, debug, log, check, timeout. Hopefully I can fix this in 3 minutes. For some reason the server is going ahead to map generated. I don't really know why. Let's look. Loading phase manager. So load assets. Oh, this is loading phase. Do I ever... Okay, looks like I don't have a message whenever this changes, so let's add one. So I could just get the code. So I don't want to send, I want to subscribe. New simple listener int. Okay, so stream or Unity engine debug log. Let's see. So when I copy the code, oh, I did this the wrong way though, didn't I? I wanted to search for specifically the server main phase, but that's not gonna work, is it? Is it not match phase? I want the flow manager for this. Yeah, so I can just copy this code. Alright, so always prepend it with server and load phase equals server. Loading phase and get rid of those. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Yeah, so we got check timeout, but for some reason the rest of the game ignored it. Which I thought I tested this already. So flow manager, on remote timeout. Yeah, I should have changed the phase to error. Oops, but yeah, it's just now starting, so this is a shorter stream tonight. I think I might try to fix this error while the thing is going on, so tomorrow we won't have to be stuck on this, but thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow around same time, 8 Eastern, and we'll continue off probably with some more map generation, just tie up any other loose ends. Alright, hope to see you there. Bye-bye.